Lot to talk about. A lot to talk about. What is up, fans? I know for a fact a lot of us are just defeated. Absolutely defeated. So much to talk about with this game. Oh boy. Let's talk about statistics first and foremost. We're going to start with the Titans. 23 for 38. Will Levis, 327 yards. 1 touchdown, 1 interception on that crazy pick six from Sealer. 86.2 passer rating. Derrick Henry, 17 carries, 34 yards. Spears, 7 carries, 29. We shut down their run game. Derrick Henry had 2 rushing touchdowns, but that was in the red zone. Shut down their run game. DeAndre Hopkins, 7 catches, 124 yards. 1 touchdown. But we're going to play zone and we're not going to double him. It is what it is. Tyjae Spears, 6 catches, 89 yards. You know, why would you cover the running back when you're up 14? Let's play soft prevent defense. 5 sacks. 5 sacks. 3 by Landry, 1 by Key, 1 by Johnson. 5 sacks. 5 sacks. One more time. 5 sacks. Tua Tagovailoa, 23 for 33, 240 yards, no touchdown, no interceptions, a 90.5 passer rating. But it was Tua's fault. He missed 10 passes, but it was Tua's fault. 240 yards. 90.5 passer rating. It was Tua's fault. 21 carries, 96 yards for Raheem Mostert, 2 touchdowns. He is now tied with Ricky Williams for 16 touchdowns on the season. Devon Achane, 7 carries for 47 yards. Just so you know, Raheem Mostert, 4.6 yards per carry. Devon Achane, 6.7 yards per carry. Jalen Waddle, 6 catches for 79 yards. Tyreek Hill, 4 for 61. Cedric Wilson, 2 for 30. 1 sack. 1 sack by our defense. Let me go back. Where is it? Let me go back to the Tennessee Titans are 4th in the NFL in pressure given up with 25.6% pressure rate. 4th most in the NFL. They are 5th in the NFL giving up 42 sacks, and they are 2nd in the NFL in giving up 54 hits. We sacked them once. Once. But that's Tua's fault. Sealer with the pick 6. Beautiful big man. This game hurts on multiple different levels. For one, we should have won. The Dolphins are a better team than Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans came and they took our lunch money. Plain and simple. We scored 7 points. And screw it, we scored 10 points in the first 3 quarters. 10 points. Now, Tennessee Titans defense isn't bad, but we were home. We score way more points when we're home. Now, the game started with Xavier Howard getting hurt. He came back in. Then Jalen Waddle got hurt. He came back in. Then Raheem Mostert got hurt. Then he came back in. Then Connor Williams got hurt. He, from what I'm hearing, is done for the year most likely. And that is huge. And that is where the game changed. And that is where the offense changed. Because you see Tua when he gets pressure on his left and his right from the tackles. He's very good at stepping up in the pocket. He's very good at evading the pressure. You saw it against Washington. He's very good at that. When the pressure starts coming up through the middle, he has a hard time getting out, rolling out to his left or right, especially if the pressure is also coming from there. So with Connor Williams going down with an injury and us essentially giving up a ton of pressure up the front, again, 5 sacks on the day, one of them ending the game, it hurt. So to me, Tyreek Hill getting hurt and leaving the game, he eventually did come back in, but him getting hurt, leaving the game sucked. But losing Connor Williams to me hurt more because our offense, when it came to the passing game, went right out the window because plays couldn't be developed because there was no time to throw the ball. Now, people are going to say, well, if Tua is so good, he should be able to build time. And you just ignored what I just said. What do you want me to do? So then there's the bad snap on the 3-yard line. People blame Tua. Be my guest. Sealer pick 6. Then the Wilkins sack. Like, our defense was doing their thing. And then when Tyreek Hill got hurt, no horse collar called. The refs bothered me this game. They kind of bothered me this game. When it came to penalties, though, it was kind of even. 9 penalties for the Titans, 59 yards, 7 for 61. But there were some penalties that, like, I was like, what are you calling here? Then Bradley Chubb essentially giving him a touchdown because we stopped them. But because he didn't get the sack, he got pissed, took his helmet off, slammed it on the ground. They got a first down and essentially ended up getting the touchdown off of that. We had a missed field goal because, again, our offensive line couldn't block. So the low kick was blocked. 3 and out for both of us. And then no offensive pass interference. Pulling Xavier Howard's arm down ended up being a field goal. Long drive ended up settling for a field goal. That's where we were sitting at 10-10 for a while. We forced them to punt. Hill came back into the game. Achane stopped on 3rd down. That 3rd down play to Achane, it sucks, but it is what it is. He's not really a wide receiver. He turned his head back to look for the ball, and he kind of slowed up. If he didn't slow up and he kept running, it probably would have been a touchdown. 0 runs. We get down to their 9-yard line. Their 9-yard line, and we don't run the ball once. We do not run the ball once. Then we force them to kick a field goal. Then we get down to the Tennessee 6. Back down there. 3 pass plays. We don't run the ball once. Then a muff punt. Get a touchdown. 2 straight runs. Oh my God, look, it worked. We scored a touchdown. Then a bad pitch from Will Levis gets us the ball back. We march down the field. Raheem Mostert, guess what? Runs in a touchdown. And then we're up 14 points. There is 5 minutes left in the game. A little over 5 minutes left in the flipping game. And our defense goes into prevent. And all they did was just dump it off to the running back because there was no defender within 15 yards of the offensive line. And he just took it down the field. And then Will Levis rolled to his right. DeAndre Hopkins went to the left. Touchdown. Then they got the 2-point conversion because they like to leave wide receivers butt naked open. So I'm like, all right, we're up 6. We just need to get a first down. And the play calling was just so bad on that aspect of it. Even Louis Riddick was saying, why are you taking Tyreek Hill off the field? You take Tyreek Hill off the field, we're running the ball. I knew the Titans were running the ball when they took DeAndre Hopkins off the field. Put Tyreek out there and then run the ball. We just needed to get 2 first downs and we would have won the game. But nope, 3 and out, punted the ball. And then they just wide open DeAndre Hopkins marched right down the field. I think it was 2nd and goal. Number 15 moves because our defensive line shifted to the left. It's new to me that if a defensive line shifts at a certain point with the play clock, it's considered delay of game on the defense. New to me. Never knew that. I thought it was false start because number 15 moved. But no, they call it on the defense for shifting because apparently that's a delay of game if you shift at a certain point in the play clock. Because the Dolphin defense has a play clock in their helmet because they can't look behind them. The dumbest penalty I've ever heard. Then they get the touchdown. So now we're down by 1 with a minute and like 20 left in the game. Tyreek Hill's on the field. You just need to get in field goal range. Just get in field goal range. 3rd down and 3. No timeouts. There's like 50 seconds left in the game. Mike McDaniel calls a bubble screen to Devon Achane. Why? Why? And then, of course, it's 4th and 2. And for some reason in my gut, I was like, Tua's going to get sacked here. Because the offensive line has been playing like hot trash all day. And what happens? Tua gets sacked. And the game's over. And I threw my pen somewhere over there. Don't get me wrong, there were some passes Tua needed to make, and he didn't. But if you're going to sit here and tell me, I'm looking at the time of possession, Miami has 32 minutes, 24 seconds time of possession. Titans have 27-36. If you're going to sit here and honestly tell me that this game was lost because of Tua Tagovailoa, you lost my respect. Like I said, there was passes Tua needed to make, like the one to Devon Achane, would have got us a big chunk yardage. But if you're going to sit here and tell me that this game was lost because of Tua Tagovailoa, you lost my respect. This game was lost on the defense, giving up 15 points in like 3 minutes. This game was lost on Mike McDaniel's horrible play calling, throwing the ball on the goal line constantly, throwing a bubble screen on 3rd and 3 when you have no timeouts. Offensive line. You're too near, Doug. I heard this all throughout the stream. You're too near, Doug. Of course you're going to blame the offensive line. No, I have a brain in my head. And I see how much of an impact it could be that your offensive line gives you no time to throw the ball. It's just, they need to figure it out quick. And I'm talking quick, because we have a shortened week because this was a Monday night game. I'm thinking to myself, hey, Dolphins are better than the Titans. They should beat the Titans. Then they're staying home, so they don't got to travel, and then they can play the Jets. But now I'm thinking, wow, we played horrible on offense. That's because Connor Williams wasn't in there, and because Tyreek wasn't in there. Now we got a shortened week. Is Tyreek Hill going to be healthy enough to play the Jets at 1 o'clock? And we're not going to have Connor Williams again, which means the offensive line is going to be hot garbage again. On the weekend, where the Bills won, the Jets won, and the Patriots won, the Dolphins lost. In an embarrassing manner. Going up 14 points. This is, to me, this is on par with the Denver Broncos game where Tim Tebow scored like 15 points or like 14 points in like 2 minutes. This is on par with that. Because again, I'm going to, again, I'll give you the stats. The Tennessee Titans offensive line, 4th most in the NFL, giving up 25.6% pressure percentage. 5th in the NFL, giving up 42 sacks. 2nd in the NFL, giving up 54 QB hits. And we sacked them once. Once we sacked them. There were so many aspects to this game that caused us to lose. And people want to blame Tua. Explain it. Explain it to me. Hey, defense, you have 5 minutes left in the game. You have a 14-point lead. Please, just stop them once. But of course, also, hey, offense, get a flipping first down. It's absolutely infuriating. absolutely infuriating. We needed to beat the Titans, beat the Jets, and the Bills lose to the Cowboys, and we would have clinched the AFC East. It's like you look at Hard Knocks and they talk about 8-3 last year, and they're like, we're going to be different. You need to be different. No 5-game losing streak. We're going to be different. We need to be different. But then I'm like, as I'm saying what I just said out loud, last year we need the so-and-so to lose, and we need to beat the Packers, and we'll clinch a playoff spot. We lost to the Packers. Okay, well, we need so-and-so to lose, and we need to beat the Patriots, and we'll clinch a playoff spot. So-and-so loses, we lose to the Patriots. It's like, don't have this happen again. Don't have this happen again, Miami. You were 9-3. 9-3. You had the chance to go back into be the number 1 seed, and you blew it. You blew it. A team loss. It's a team loss. To the people who want to just blame Tua, it was a team loss. Obviously, Tua is part of the team, so Tua is team loss. Boy, they got to bounce back. They have got to bounce back. Do not collapse, Miami. Boy, oh boy, do not collapse. Don't prove the people right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll look at what's going on with the playoff picture and all that stuff. But like usual, stay classy. Fins out.